7 at bats.
They had some guys that earned their scholarships today. So they're NIL money.
Probably 5:55. They're meeting in the locker room right now. Hey.
That was the
Six.
that was the first. It was the first all.
What? What'd you say?
Look at my undergrad. He's never going to call me again.
You're, yeah, you might as well. You might as well get on Zoom again.
Did you go to A&M or something?
I worked at Rice for 24 years.
Do we have beef with Rice?
We just don't.
We're getting hit up now. Oh, we have a handful of unofficial ones. They're working on the official. I would be over it.
You're on a roll.
Like I say, I've been worked at Rice a long time.
You worked at Super Bowl?
Not that old.
You could have been a kid.
Well, I was actually working professionally.
Rice is a good school.
You were out of it.
What's your home?
What?
What's your home? Oh, Reba.
Yeah. But we're over that. Now it's like, I don't know, 5 different states in the country. Iowa, Omaha, Louisiana, Colorado, Illinois. Yeah. I'll look it up too. Are you from Houston? Kind of. There's a lot of parts of Houston and outside parts of Houston that are still Houston. I like Lake Conroe a lot. It's a nice area. Oh, really?
Basically stayed like somewhere on the side of that town. Go back to Mississippi.
Yeah.
We stopped.
I'm partial to North Texas, but
We stopped for beer once.
they're almost here.
I want to say it was wider. We found out the hard way it was in LSU's on its way now, so let me remind you that to silence or turn down your cell phones, or at least put them on vibrate or something. Please provide your name and media affiliation each time you ask a question during this news conference. Recording press conference video on cell phones is prohibited, and if you're joining us on Zoom, Leah, please use the raise hand function for questions. We'll address questions in the room first, and then take questions from Zoom as time permits.
He knows my name now.
Well, I think you slurred. Leah Van? Leanne? I get it. Vivian. Enunciate. Enunciate.
What? Games? Yeah, I did.
Oh, wait, no, I saw that. No.
Oh, we'll play board games? Oh my god. That'd be fun.
Team up. Give us an overview, please.
Yeah, tough one, obviously. Really good job by Florida swinging the bat. They got great players that played great today. We got off to a good start offensively. Did a nice job, I thought, with Waldrip. Would have been good to maybe get a 2-out hit in either the first or the second to put a little more pressure on them. But we didn't do that. And then you have to credit them. It was just an onslaught of good at-bats and barrels, and they're a great team, and they played great today.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions for the student athletes. Remember to raise your hand, and we'll get a mic to you. We'll start with Wilson here.
For Dylan and Gavin, Wilson Hunter from The Advocate. Was there a moment when this felt like it was starting to slip away at any point?
Dylan?
Not really. I guess you could say when it got to about 20 runs, but we felt like we were in it the whole time. Honestly, we've made some pretty remarkable comebacks in our career, so it is what it is. At the end of the day, we just got to move on.
And to go along with that, our mindset is never to give up and just to stay with the pitch, no matter the situation. So that's where we were at mentally.
Okay, Michael?
You guys, for Dylan and for Gavin, all year long it's been a one-game season, however you want to phrase it, but now it is a one-game season. The ultimate test of that mindset, how do you as leaders try to get this team back?
Gavin, you start.
Yeah, go ahead.
Honestly, we're not lost. We're ready to go. We're gonna do what we need to do to get ready for tomorrow tonight. We're gonna prepare like we always do, and we'll be ready to go tomorrow. So nothing changes for us. We're gonna keep playing baseball the way we always do.
Dylan?
Yeah, I feel like everybody in the locker room already forgot about it, really. We do a pretty good job of that, and I think we've only lost, back-to-back games twice this year. So, everybody's going to be, mentally sharp tomorrow, and, we're going to do what we got to do tonight to get our bodies right, and we'll be good for tomorrow.
Okay, next question. Yeah. Brandon?
Brendan Prizeman, Omaha World Herald. Guys, yesterday you guys played a super clean game, especially defensively. Only 2 walks, no errors. Today, 6 walks, 5 errors. What do you think happened for that, and how are you guys planning on bouncing back from it tomorrow?
Dylan?
We got to clean it up a little bit, just some mental errors. Those lead to runs, and walks do too. So we've been clean throughout this whole playoff, route. So, it's just one of those little bumps in the road, and I think we'll be good tomorrow.
Gavin?
Baseball's a crazy game, so we'll be ready to go tomorrow, and we'll have our minds right.
Okay, next question. Okay, guys, if no more questions for you guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Okay, I'll open it up for questions now for Jay, and we'll start with Michael.
Coach, where did you feel like it really went off the rails?
Yeah, probably the 6th. I felt like at 8-3. It was 7-3, I believe, in the 4th, and we had the bases loaded and hit into a double play. Felt like we were fine there. Credit their relievers. They executed some pitches that made it hard on some guys for us that have been swinging the bat really well. and that was a killer, the double play when we had the bases loaded when it was 7-3. But still, we felt okay about it, which is, why we sent Gavin back out to the mound. Looking at it at 8-3, we went to Bryce because he pitched well against them last year, and it was largely the same lineup. It's almost identical, a lot like ours, and that's why we're both here. It's two really good teams that have old players that generally play the game the right way. And he was good in his first inning. He wasn't good in his second, and then it just kind of snowballed from there.
Okay, Leah.
I guess the natural question is Paul Skeens available tomorrow, and who else might be available tomorrow to pitch?
Yeah, as I talked about last time, we do a process to figure that out, which we'll do, and that doesn't take place until day of game. So, yeah, we have to do that with all of them. You're going on game 8 in 10 days. So we have to be mindful of all that, and we will be, and we'll see who's available.
Okay, let's go back to Matt here.
Matty Arenas, White and Blue Review. I apologize for ignoring your warning last night and looking at it at the wrong side of the fence, but this is 30 runners left on base in 2 games. I'm wondering if you're seeing a trend that concerns you in the quality of the at-bats that you're having with runners in scoring position?
I'm sure, I guess. But I don't really know how to answer that. We're the best offensive team in the country, and when you lead the country in on-base percentage, you're going to leave more runners on base. I feel part of the credit has to go to the pitcher at times, and I think it was Purnell did a nice job, inducing the ground ball for the double play. But, yeah, we got our guys. We're not going to bring in a bunch of free agents for tomorrow night. It's a 27-man roster, and I'm good with that. I'm totally good with that.
Okay, we have question back here. Thanks, Claire.
Jacques Doucet, WAPTV. Coach, I noticed the meeting with the team after the game was brief. Is it just a case you're not going to talk much about this game and immediately move on to tomorrow?
No, we just chose to do it in the locker room. It was a long day out there and not a great day. And so I wanted to get them out of the sun, get them back to the hotel. There's a real physical grind of this thing that, some of these guys are going through. And so we want to get them hydrated, rested, out of the sun, and get a full day and a half to recover. For us, playing a day game to a night game is almost the equivalent of an off day because we haven't had many of those here, and that's a good thing for our team.
Okay. Wilson.
Jay, Jordan Thompson had those 2 tough errors early. Do you plan to stick with him, and how do you go about coaching him through that?
Yeah, he'll play tomorrow. There's no question about it. He started every game for 2 years. He's played very good shortstop this year. I think the simplicity of the first one is, on a double play ball, we call it's a sure man and then a quick man. The guy that fields the ball has to be sure he's going to catch it and then feed it to the second baseman and then let the second baseman be the person that's quick. I think he came up too early trying to do too much. They put some pressure on us, with first and second, nobody out. And so that's just a coaching point of securing the first out. And then on the second one, it's just a case of trying to do too much and, trying to wheel and back pick. I'm not really sure where he was throwing it, to be honest with you. And so you coach on those 2 points. And, I love Jordan. We wouldn't be in the College World Series, without Jordan and how he's played this year. He's had a tough tournament offensively. But there's been a lot of stories in the College World Series of guys struggle, and then get a big hit for you and make a big play for you. And I think he's a great candidate for that.
Okay, Brendan back here.
Brendan Preisman, Omaha World Herald. Coach, you mentioned that you haven't yet decided whether or not Skeens is going to be on the bump tomorrow. Whether or not he is, how are you and your staff planning on taking care of the mistakes like the errors and the walks that sort of plagued you guys defensively today?
Yeah, you get a complete reset. I don't know what our fielding percentage in the NCAA tournament was going in today, but I'm guessing it was pretty good. We're not in a place where we're going to go out and hit a bunch of ground balls on the concrete and those types of things. We need to get these guys rested, get their bodies underneath, And for us, it's about playing in character. And, when I look at this record of, Florida's 54-16, they do a good job and they make it hard on you. We're 53-17. And if you're 53-17, you've done a heck of a lot more right than wrong. And so we're going to stick to how we prepare and roll it out tomorrow and give it everything that we have. You know, it's one game for the national championship. I think Coach O'Sullivan probably feels great about his team, you know, as he should with the players they have. I feel great about my team with the players that we have.
I'll go to Koki here. Yep.
Koki Riley with The Advertiser. Coach, with Jordan, do you think he's just pressing too much mentally? And what do you need to do to sort of help a guy get through those sort of struggles?
Yeah, I mean, you know, trying to do too much is not a plan. And, you know, so we'll continue to help him with that. I feel like his at-bats last night were much better. I think he's played good defense here, really good defense until today. I actually don't think there's been any carryover between offense and defense, and at his position, along with catcher, you have to play the game that way, and I'm proud of him for doing that. So we're just going to coach him and get him ready to go for tomorrow.
Okay, Michael, this will be our last questions for Jay.
Are uncharacteristic losses this lopsided easier to get over, to get through, to get past, or are they all the same?
You know, it is what it is. You know, I mean, I've had a super regional game relatively similar to this, and then we turned the score around on the team in game 3. You know, it happens all the time in our league, you know, in 2 out of 3 series, which is like a super regional college World Series game. It's obvious. I mean, you know, look at the 2 teams that are playing. They're the 2 best teams in college baseball. And, yeah, I won't give it any thought. You know, I mean, would I've liked it to been different? Yeah, I think we were prepared to play at the beginning of the game. And then, you know, we asked Nate to get out there and give us everything he could. He really emptied the tank 4 days ago. He didn't quite have it the same, you know. And then Gavin, I mean, let's be honest, credit Evans for getting the swing on it, but that ball would have easily been foul had the wind not shifted, but the wind shifted. And if I could fix the wind the way that I wanted to, I'd probably be doing different things, a lot of different things. But really excited about tomorrow night, and I believe the players are too.
Okay, Jay, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Need to remind you that Hammond Communications posts a recording of this news conference in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at ncaaveritone.com. Transcripts are provided by ASAP and will be posted shortly. Once again, if you're just joining us, please silence your cell phones and all the other things I always say. Kevin, overview.
Well, there's a lot to be said. I mean, we obviously swung the bats really good today, and the win was in our favor, and so obviously a tight ball game to start, and then you know, we just swung the bats extremely well. Obviously, I thought the double play that Blake Purnell got was a huge play in the game. And obviously, Nick came in and did a terrific job on the mound. So we're excited about the opportunity to play tomorrow. Obviously, we can't take any of these runs in tomorrow. We'll have to reset and reboot. But awfully proud of the way they responded from yesterday's, last night's tough loss.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions for the student athletes. Raise your hand. We'll start here with Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway, Gainesville Sun for Jack and Wyatt. Difference in the middle of the order tonight. What was flowing for you guys in terms of seeing the ball, hitting the ball, and creating those run-scoring opportunities?
Jack?
I mean, we couldn't really take what happened yesterday into today. We've played with our backs against the wall before, and we knew not to really kind of let it creep into today, and really just went up there, stress-free and taking it one pitch at a time.
What?
Yeah, I mean, we just kind of did exactly what we said we were going to do. We were going to flush last night and come into today ready to play. And, I mean, the balls were just falling for us today. That's just kind of how it went.
Okay, next question. Yeah, right here.
Ty, can you take us through the Grand Slam that somehow stayed fair for you?
Yeah, I honestly thought it was foul off the bat, probably just like everyone else, but I started just kind of jogging it out, and I looked up at Luke, and he was like spinning around in circles. So I didn't even see the ball land. I just knew it was out once he started doing that.
Okay, back here for Joe.
Joe Healy, D1 Baseball. Jack, how much did the Grand Slam from Ty, from your perspective, kind of let everyone breathe a little bit, given that it gave you a little bit of a lead and you thought, okay, we're in this game now?
Yeah, Ty stepped up in the biggest way possible this week. Couldn't ask any more of him. It really kind of helped take the pressure off as a team, having a comfortable lead, something that we haven't had this week so far, and we were really just able to roll with it.
Okay, Matt.
Matt Marina's playing Blue Review. Ty, what has this Omaha run felt like for you?
It feels pretty incredible. I mean, not just, me contributing, but just our team as a whole. We got a lot of older guys that are leaving next year, a lot of guys that just really care about this team. So to be able to help, give our team a chance to win it's been incredible.
Okay, Brandon.
Brendan Prizeman, Omaha World Herald. This is for any of the players. Tale of two games for you guys. Yesterday, 6 hits. Today, 23. There's a chance you guys might be going up against Paul Scanes tomorrow. What are you guys going to take away from today into tomorrow, whether or not Scanes ends up pitching?
Jack, you start.
Yeah, you just got to go in it like it's any other game, There's a lot on the line, but, as long as we just keep playing our game, I think everything, the cards will fall where they will.
Ty?
Yeah, I mean, same thing. I mean, we have to just go into tomorrow like it's any other game, just with a bunch of confidence and just know that our team's going to win.
What?
Yeah, I mean, all the runs we scored today, obviously we can't carry those over to tomorrow, but we can carry over the momentum. So, I mean, it doesn't matter who they pitch. We're going to be ready to play.
All right, back over here. There he is.
Jack, do you feel like Skeens will pitch? Just your gut feeling? He pitched on Thursday.
Be kind of crazy, but, I mean, anything's possible in the postseason.
Can we have somebody? Can't see.
Michael Furrow with Bird Sports Network. Jack, can you kind of a two-part question for you? Can you talk about the pitching, the dominance of what you got to see from your guys today, and breaking some Omaha records, scoring all those runs today?
Yeah, I mean, our bullpen's been really solid throughout this whole postseason. They've really done a great job stepping up for us hitters when, our production rates aren't too high. And, yeah, I mean, having a guy like Fick kind of step up and do exactly what he did today was amazing. And, I'm just happy for him.
Okay, we'll go to Matt over here.
Matt Tallery from World Baseball Network. Jack, how does it feel to break the Division I BB Corps home run record set by Ivan Melendez last year? And let alone, how do you feel your approach, not just offensively, but within your pitching strategy coming into tomorrow, and what aligns for the pitching staff as well?
Yeah, I mean, the record's cool and all, but, the biggest thing on my mind is winning tomorrow. You can't, like Wyatt said, you can't take any of these runs into tomorrow. It's all a fresh ball game. And hopefully our bullpen just keeps doing what they're doing, and I think we'll be fine.
Okay, Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway, Gainesville Sun. Yeah, Jack, I'm just curious, following up on that, though, probably getting the starting assignment with the season on the line and it being all the how much are you kind of looking forward to that coming off the kind of game you had today?
I'm really excited. Give anything for this team to win. I said it earlier on in the year. My biggest goal is really just getting a ring on these guys that have been here a while. and that's the whole game plan for tomorrow.
Okay, I have time for one more question for the players. If anybody, we'll go with Matt here first.
This is a dumb one, but why'd you pull up at second on the last hit, Wyatt?
It definitely crossed my mind to not stop running, but I didn't want to make third out at third.
Okay, we'll end it on a dumb question then. Okay, thank you. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
See y'all tomorrow. Okay, questions for Sully? And raise your hand. Okay, Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway, Gainesville Sun. Coach, just the job of the bullpen tonight. Obviously, with Hurston struggling, and you mentioned Blake coming in and Nick giving you 5 innings. Just how big was that, and what as the runs kept on, pouring on?
Well, obviously, it was the difference in the game. I mean, we had a 3-3 game, and then, Blake came in, like I said, and got the big double play, 6-4-3, and sunk the ball. And, he did a really nice job the following inning, and then they were going to go left, right, left, and he was having a little trouble throwing strikes to left-hand hitters. So we went to Fick. We were at the bottom half of the order, and what can you say about his effort? It was outstanding. Because our bullpen was a little light today. We weren't going to use Neely or Cade in this game, so some other guys needed to step up. The goal was to, if we got into any trouble, was to go to Slater in the middle part of the game and hopefully ride him for 3 or 4 innings if we needed to. But turned out that we didn't have to use him today.
Okay, here in the back. Yeah.
Hey, Coach, Jacques Doucet, WAFB-TV. How do you feel about your pitching overall going into this last game? You talked about, going into this, your players were rested, but you wanted them to keep their edge and whatnot. And now how do you feel about it, the last game?
I mean, we got one of our weekend starters going, on 4 days rest. And, like I said, Neely and Cade, who've been pitching an awful lot for us out here, got the day off. Ryan Slater hasn't pitched. So I think we're in as good a shape as we possibly could be in Game 3 of a weekend series. This is what this is. So the irony of the whole thing, though, is, obviously Jack had struggled a little bit throwing strikes, in the middle part of the year. And it just felt like if we were ever going to have an opportunity to win the last game of the year, he was going to have to stay in the rotation. So he'll have that opportunity tomorrow to pitch. So it's kind of funny how things work out.
Okay, right back there.
Darren Stoltzfus, West 2, Orlando. Sully, you were beaming after the game, obviously elated, but then it looked like you kind of sat by yourself in the dugout for a minute. That swing of emotions, what is that like? Where does it come from, especially on this stage?
Yeah, it's really hard to unwind, to be honest with you. I mean, you lose a game like last night, and it's just really, really hard to kind of let it go, but you have to. And that was the message last night. And then just to flip the switch and the whole story and then the whole narrative changes, it's just, it's emotional. You just kind of take it in and support all the fans. They're singing the song at the end, and really, really cool. Really cool deal.
Okay, right here.
Hey, Coach Glenn Gilbo from Outkick.com. Do you look at the LSU pitchers and tell your team this guy may pitch, this guy may pitch, and what do you expect Skeens to pitch? And I don't think you've ever played against them, I would imagine.
I've really got no comment on whether whoever pitches for them. That's their decision to make, and whoever they decide to throw, we'll be ready to play.
Okay, Kevin first.
Yeah, Coach, you discussed yesterday about offensive approach. Did you see a difference today in terms of how the approach at the plate early on, and did that kind of snowball throughout the course of the game?
I think once Jack got the single back to the middle, I think that kind of took some pressure off of him, even though it was 4-hopper through the middle of the field. I think he kind of relaxed a little bit. Obviously, your best player's got to perform. Wyatt had an unbelievable day. I think he went 5 for 5. Jack obviously had a really good day at the plate. Cade got a couple hits. So when those guys start going, our offense obviously is a lot better, and our best players perform really well today.
Okay, right here.
Leif Skotnick, World Baseball Network. Kevin, between the two games, there's obviously been a little bit of a swing of emotion one way and then back the other way. What do you tell the guys coming into tomorrow?
It's not a whole lot. I mean, honestly, what's there to say? We're playing for a national championship. I think the more you talk about things, the more, maybe uptight they might get and relax. They don't need a rah-rah speech tomorrow. I mean, we're playing a very good LSU team, and the winner's going to have the opportunity to be national champion. So have them enjoy it tonight and wake up tomorrow and stay in our routine.
Hey, Brandon.
Brendan Preisman, Omaha World Herald. Coach, yesterday you mentioned that you thought in the loss the team was taking maybe too many big swings with 2 strikes. Today, hitting 6 home runs, do you feel like the team was taking the same amount of big swings or just connecting better? What do you think happened between yesterday and today?
I don't really know, other than we didn't chase balls out of the zone as much. Obviously, we faced a totally different pitcher today than Ty last night. Ty just threw the ball really good last night. But once again, we've hit the entire year. We just ran into a really good pitcher last night.
Okay, any more questions for Sully? If not, we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was something. My kids call me. You realize that's what it was. Yeah, CWS. Amber, even Rosenberg.